Oh, please, you know you want a man. I don't know who you think you're deceiving. You can't deceive women like me though, because we know you're itching. We know you're rotting inside. We know you're dying inside. You want a man. You Let me just make this bold statement right now and say that Black women are tired. Yes, they are. Well, what are they tired from? Let me just say that celebrity Black women and non-celebrity Black women that you do know in your everyday life, especially the successful ones, are tired. What are they tired from? What are they doing that's making them tired? I'll tell you what it is. Okay, this is a brand new year, 2025, and they have been riding the wave of I'm a boss chick, boss queen, boss babe. Nothing wrong with that, but they've been leading with that as their, first and foremost part of their identity, which has worked in a lot of ways for them. But the only one way that boss chick mentality has not worked for them so far, these Black women that I'm talking about, is in the area of relationships. Oh my God. Go figure, right? Well, that's because they have refused. Let me tell you something. The Black women have refused to take into consideration that the men they're looking for want something from them too. And they've refused to realize that the men are going to get what they want. What men say that they're looking for in women, they will get that, because men will eventually go for the type of woman that will give them the characteristics of a feminine woman that they are looking for. So a lot of these highly successful Black women, like I said, whether they're celebrities or they are non-celebrities, like the everyday successful Black women that you know, some of us know these type of women in our everyday life. Some of us are friends with these type of women. They keep having the same issues when it comes to relationships, whether they want to get married or whether they want to be in a long-term committed relationship. Because what woman wants to just be dating on end? This guy today, the next guy the next month, another 2 months is another guy. After a while, oh, I don't want to get married and marriage is not for everyone. Okay, so that's the biggest cop-out that, these type of women want to use. Marriage is not for everybody. Not everybody is fit for marriage. While that is true, that is only true this much, because majority of women want to be in some form of a committed relationship where it's just them and the guy. They don't want to be sharing the guy with somebody else, but they want it to be monogamous and they want it to be committed. But they're always having issues with they're finding a guy that will commit to them and stay committed because of some things that they have going on in their mindset. Their mind is set on certain things that's stopping them or preventing them from being in a committed relationship, and they're having a very difficult time settling. Okay, I talked about this in my very last video on this channel. Black women, as successful as you are, as beautiful as you are and if you're having trouble getting into a committed relationship, keeping it committed and staying in it with a good guy, the type of guy that you want, you're going to have to settle. And some of these uber successful women are like, nope, not going to settle. So they will come out and say things like, I'm single by choice, right? You hear a lot of them saying that type of thing. I'm single by choice. I choose to be single. While that is true in some sense, it's not the real deep reason why they're single. They are single because they've looked out in the dating world, and from all the guys, the ones that are good for them, the ones that are no good for them, they find out that they cannot sustain the type of committed relationship that they want because they're not willing to give themselves to the guy. But they're expecting that the guy has to give of himself to them. You see, they want to be in a committed relationship, but they don't want to, I'm independent. Well, you can't be in a relationship and be independent at the same time. Those two things are very polarizing and they're not going to stick. If you want to be independent, stay single. Okay? Then you're sure and you're guaranteed of your independence. However, if you are a black woman seeking a committed relationship, I suggest you start now, okay? You start now to decide, I'm going to get with the man who has at least checks 80% of my list, the list that I've written down. Who checks at least 80%? I'm going to get with that type of guy. Okay? And if his finances don't match mine, or if his finances are not higher than mine, then I'm going to be okay with building with him. Okay? And then ladies, if you're not okay with building with a man, then you stay single. Because you know what's so funny? A lot of women, a lot of these successful women, when they get to the top, they realize, oh man, where are the guys at the top? Well, the guys at the top don't want you. Okay? And I'm telling the truth. The guys at the top don't want you, because when a guy has to work that hard and get to the top of his game, trust and believe, you're not the one he's looking for. At that point in his life, he realizes that the doors open wider for him because he's a guy and he's at the top. But for women, when we work so hard and get to the top of our game, those doors that used to be wide open in terms of male selection begin to narrow and almost close. Ladies, how many times are you going to sit down and listen to when people tell you that the older you get and the higher of the success ladder you climb, your chances or your options when it comes to male selection will begin to narrow? You are not a man. A man's as the older he gets and the higher of the success ladder he climbs, his options widen for him. But ladies, because you are not a man, you can't have those same outcomes that a man has. That's the reason why they say, ladies, you are better off in your younger years getting with a man. Learn how to pair bond with a man. Women that don't know how to pair bond with a man are the type of women that say, well, marriage is not for everybody. Well, when you get married, there's no guarantee of success. Honey, listen, let me tell you something very carefully. When you wake up in the morning, there is no guarantee that you are going to come back to your place alive. Okay? There are no guarantees in life. Pick a subject of life. There's no guarantee for that. As you're climbing the success ladder, there's no guarantee you will get to the highest top that you want to be. There are no guarantees in life, but we don't say because there are no guarantees in life, we're not going to try. We don't say because there are no guarantees in life, we're not going to do our very best and give ourselves, put yourself at the greatest advantage of succeeding. Women that cannot get a man and that cannot keep a man and cannot pair bond with a man, those are the women that say not everyone, marriage is not for everybody and not everybody wants to get married and this, that, and the other. Yeah, those are the ones. Okay? Because women who understand what men are looking for, women who understand what femininity looks like in a woman, and who are practicing that daily in their life because they are intentionally seeking a long-term relationship and or marriage, they don't say those type of negative things. They don't say things like, oh, just because so-and-so is married doesn't mean that they're happy in their marriage. Those are just cop-out things that women say when they know that, they're down bad in their luck. Those are just the things they say. Okay, look at Vivica Fox. Look at Lisa Ray. Look at all those type of women. Unfortunately, look at Tia Mowry too, who divorced her husband and went out in the streets and realized, there's nothing out there for me in the streets. Look at all these highly successful women, be they celebrities or be they, your everyday friends that you know. Same results. Those ones that cannot, that can't get married or can't be in a sustainable, committed relationship. They all have the same type of mentality, and they all say this, similar things. It's just very sad and unfortunate. Black women are tired, and you know what is so laughable, and that maybe I shouldn't be laughing at this, but the reason why I can't take these type of women seriously is because time and time again, the information is out there. They have heard people say it, but they keep fighting that information. That you have to humble yourself. You have to take that humility chill pill and humble yourself and get with the man and practice how to pair bond with that man. Okay. And yeah, I know women say, oh, it's not the end of the world if you don't get married. No, it's not the end of the world, but I can tell you one thing for sure. These women do want a man. Yes, they do. Take example, like I said, Vivica Fox, Lisa Ray. Look at how up in age they are, and they're still looking for a man to be in a committed relationship with. They're still looking. Even though what they say is ridiculous, the criteria for the man is ridiculous. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something about nature. Nature will come and claim its thing. Okay, you would say things like, oh, I still have time. You're 60 years old, you're 70 years old, talking about I still have time. Time for exactly what? The type of man you're looking for? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm telling you, you're not going to be that 1 in a million woman that, at that age, at that old age, you will find a man that you match with and that you are like, yes, this is my man. This is what I've been looking for all my adult life. No, you're not going to be that 1 in a million. No. Only hardcore feminine women are the 1 in a million that get that type of man if they're up in age. So no, you get it when you're young, when you are young, and when you are chasing your dreams and chasing the bag or whatever boss thing you think you're trying to chase. You present your very best authentic self, and that's how you start looking and being very intentional about pair bonding with the man. The type of man that you want. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So yes, Black women are tired. And don't let them deceive you and say, oh, we're not tired. Yes, they are. They're tired. You can see them every day on TikTok. You can see them all the time on Instagram, whatever. Pick a social media platform. They're there complaining at any age. Be they young or old and up in age, they're all complaining. Oh, I can't be. Just put a forum of Black women together with different age ranges. They're saying the same thing. Those single women, they're saying the same things. Oh, but in order for me not to feel bad and I have to do this and that. Oh, please, you want a man. I don't know who you think you're deceiving. You can't deceive women like me though, because we know you're itching. We know you're rotting inside. We know you're dying inside. You want a man. You want a man because guess what? Nature demands it. Nature demands it of human beings. If nature is going to come out and bring forth human beings, nature demands something back. Nature says a man and a woman together bond, create, produce, be fruitful and multiply. That's what nature says. You think nature is not going to come back and collect on its investments? Oh yes, nature is going to do that. So it'll be pinching you on the inside that you haven't done what nature said you should do, but you're there fighting and struggling and saying, no, not every woman should be married. You're fighting nature, and nature will continue to win no matter what. All right, ladies, that is all I have for you today. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And be in the comment section. Let's meet there and let's discuss so that this discussion can continue to move forward. I will continue to sound the alarm about relationships until there will be a generation of women that will turn the tide around. It may not be in my time, but I'm not going to leave planet Earth with this type of message within me and never speaking it out. So that's why whenever you tune into my channel, you will continue to hear me talk about the very same things over and over and over and over again till I get blue in the face, right? Okay. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.